So in the last video, I talked about building another race car. And it's going to be for drag racing, of course. It's just what I love. I did say it was going to be LS powered. We're not 100% on a chassis choice yet. Kind of got a couple options in mind. The main one that I'm really interested in getting is a G body. Matter of fact, my neighbor has one. I don't know if he'll sell it. He's had it ever since we moved in here, which was 11 years ago. We moved into this place, and it is a Monte Carlo G body. It's actually in pretty good shape. Oddly enough, it sat in that same spot for 11 years, and the tires are not even flat. I'm not sure if there's something up under it keeping it from putting pressure on the tires, but the tires are not even flat. So that's really what I would like to have. If I had to settle for a Cutlass, I would. I'd probably go ahead and put a Monte Carlo front end on it. I do not like the Cutlass front ends, but that's not even a thing right now. But the G bodies for me just is a really awesome setup. We've also looked at a third gen Camaro, and the third option I don't really know. It's an El Camino. We found a couple El Caminos that look pretty cool. I just know it's not a very common thing, but I do want to keep it GM to make it a little easier putting the engine in. I want something I can easily get a motor mount kit to just bolt the sucker in and go. Don't want to do a whole lot of custom fab on that part in intercooler piping and everything. We're going to get into that. It is going to be a turbo LS build. Not 100% sure what direction we're going to go with that. We'll get to that a little bit down the road. First setup is going to be a stock bottom N53, so we're not going to be able to throw a whole lot of boost at it, but we don't want her having a whole lot of power out of the gate, because to be honest with you, I am brand new to this setup. I've gone rear wheel drive. I've always been a front wheel drive import guy, and once again, to be completely honest, outside of an Eclipse or an SRT4, or really Hondas or anything, I don't know a whole lot. The only really powerful car I've ever had that was rear wheel drive is my 300C, and I boogied in it pretty hard, but totally different what we're doing here. Now, it is going to be an automatic car that we're going to build. It's going to have a turbo 400 and hopefully a Ford 9-inch rear end. How long it takes before we get this stuff in it, not 100% sure. Let's talk about tuning. I don't know a whole lot about the tuning platforms for the LS. I do know a lot of the communities kind of move around the Holley Terminator X and the Dominator. I do believe the Terminator X will do everything we need it to do. I'm still looking into this. I got a couple shops I'd rather talk to before I make a purchase. We may go with the Dominator. But from what I've seen, I may be wrong. Once again, when I say I'm new to this, I can't be any more honest. I believe the wiring setup from the Terminator X will work on the Dominator. Once again, I don't know that 100%. Don't hold me to that 100%. But if it does, I'm comfortable going with the Terminator X. I see it getting us quite a ways before we need to upgrade to a Dominator. There are a lot of features on the Dominator. There's also a lot of features I don't see me using, or at least not right out of the gate. And I know it's good to have those things later on, but with all the money we're going to throw at this thing, budget can be a good thing, in the beginning. And that's really honestly what's ruined a lot of my past builds. I try to build things so fast to keep YouTube content coming and everything else. You get burnt out, you get beat down because you're like, financially, this is killing me. And I'm stressing because of my finances. And even though I'm very good financially now, race cars can ruin your finances on just about any budget unless you're Elon Musk. Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at. But at the same time, we are also going to be changing a couple things on the channel. And one of those things is my daughter is going to be helping me build this race car. Now, I know she was kind of helping me build the last race car. She is interested in helping, or at least for the first few hours. And then she's kind of like, look, I'm done in the shop. I'm ready to go home, play my Xbox or my Nintendo Switch. They're kids. What do you expect? Also, since the last video that I made of the Eclipse, basically I told you guys I was going to family, I have also had a son. He is a year and 3 months old. He is just absolutely awesome. And as he grows up, I want him to get this too. For me, racing is a big family thing. If you've ever been, to a racetrack and raced and had an issue, you understand just how much of a community it is. You would be amazed how fast people start reaching out, trying to help you when they see you're having a problem. And that's just something I love about drag racing. It is just a community like no other. If the rest of the world acted that way, we'd be a whole lot better off. Now, I don't know a whole lot about what I'm doing outside of the Eclipse or Neon platform once again. So as far as the Turbo 400, I'm not going to be building that. We will be getting the parts and taking it to a transmission shop and having them pretty much do all that for me. the trans brake and all that. If I do that, we're going to grenade a transmission if it ever works at all, because I don't know what I'm doing. To be honest with you, I really don't have a whole lot of interest in learning. I would much rather just have them do that. That way I know it's done right and I'm not, just throwing money at a grenade. The Ford 9-inch rear end, we're more than likely going to be doing that on the channel. I do know how to set backlash. It's been a long time since I've done it, but a little refreshing. I think we'll be good to go. It might take a couple of times of setting and working at stuff, but we'll get it figured out. But I hope you guys will stay with me, stay subscribed, definitely help us, and watch us with this build. We are super excited. All the enthusiasm we can get from you guys will definitely help us with the build because it is going to be a major undertaking, but we are excited to do it. I cannot wait to get anything in the shop at this point. I am super excited. Anyways, guys, this has been the video. I hope you enjoyed it. We have a lot more coming. I have a couple other tech talks that I'm going to be doing about what we plan on doing, why we plan on going that route, and how we plan on utilizing that to our advantage when it comes to racing. Anyways, guys, this has been the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you on the next one.